The world outside was quiet, just a low hum of the streetlights and the faraway rush of cars on the highway. Inside the parked car, it was only them, Kate and Emaline, sitting in the silence that had somehow become more comfortable than words. The cool night air seeped in through the open window, brushing against Kate's face. She turned to look at Emaline, who was staring out the windshield, her profile lit softly by the amber glow of the dashboard. "Why do you always do that?" Kate asked suddenly, a smile playing on her lips. "Do what?" Emaline turned to her, a teasing light dancing in her eyes. "Look like you're thinking about something tragic," Kate said, laughing softly. "You're probably just wondering if you left your eyeliner at home." Emaline grinned, then sighed dramatically. "Maybe I am. Or maybe I'm just thinking how weird it is that we're here, Kate asked, her voice softer now. "Yeah, you and me, after everything." Kate leaned back against the seat, her heart tugging in that familiar, complicated way it did whenever she looked at Emaline for too long. They'd been through so much. The awkward glances in the high school hallway, the stolen moments behind the theater curtains, that terrible fight that felt like the absolute end of everything. And now, somehow, they were sitting together again, beneath a sky full of indifferent stars. "Yeah," Kate whispered, finally finding her voice. "It's weird, but good weird." Emeline's eyes softened, the hard edges melting away. "Good weird," she repeated, as if she were testing the words, seeing how they fit in her mouth. A quiet beat passed between them, thick with unspoken history. The radio was still on, the volume turned so low it was almost just a feeling. And then, that song started, "Chasing Cars" by Snow Patrol. Kate froze for a second. She'd always loved that song, the way it sounded like a raw confession, the way it made the world stop spinning for 3.5 minutes. She glanced at Emaline, who hadn't moved either. Her fingers tapped a nervous, silent rhythm on her thigh. "If I lay here," the singer murmured through the car's speakers. Kate turned to her, whispering almost instinctively, "This song makes me sad." "Sad?" Emaline smiled faintly, a shadow of a smile. "It makes me feel like everything's possible." Kate's eyes met hers, green and steady and suddenly too close. "That's the difference between us, I guess." For a long moment, neither of them looked away. The song filled the car, soft and trembling, wrapping around them. "If I just lay here," the lyrics continued. Kate's breath caught in her throat. "Would you just forget the world?" she asked, echoing the words without even thinking, the question hanging in the air between them. Emeline's hand reached out, hesitating for just a fraction of a second, then found Kate's. Her fingers were warm, slotting perfectly between her own. "Yeah," Emaline whispered, her voice barely audible over the music. "I'd forget the world." The moment stretched, fragile and full of something unspoken, something that had been building for years. The only sound was the first drops of rain starting to fall, tapping gently on the roof, and the quiet, thudding beat of their hearts sinking to the song. Kate leaned closer, so close she could feel the warmth of Emeline's breath on her cheek. "You make me feel brave," she whispered, admitting a truth she hadn't even known she was holding. Emaline smiled, that small, real smile she only showed when she wasn't performing for anyone else. "You make me feel real." Then, finally, the space between them disappeared. The kiss was slow, uncertain at first, a question and an answer all at once. It wasn't fireworks. It was something softer, quieter, like coming home after a long journey. Like finding a piece of yourself you didn't even know was missing. Kate's hand came up to cup Emeline's cheek, her thumb tracing the delicate line of her jaw. Emaline leaned into the touch, deepening the kiss, and the entire world outside, the streetlights, the distant highway, the rain, all of it just melted away. For a moment, time didn't exist. There were no high school hallways, no rumors, no crushing expectations. There was just them, and the music, and the rain pattering on the roof like a secret rhythm just for them. When they finally pulled apart, breathless and blushing, the song was still playing. "All that I am, all that I ever was, is here in your perfect eyes." Emaline let out a soft, watery laugh, a single tear slipping down her cheek. That was Kate finished for her, her voice trembling slightly. "Perfect? Terrifying," Emaline said, grinning through the tears. "But yeah, perfect." Kate laughed too, a sound full of relief and joy, reaching up to brush the tear away with her thumb. "I think that's what love is supposed to feel like." They sat there for a long time after that, their hands still entwined, watching the rain blur the city lights into a beautiful, abstract watercolor painting. The song eventually faded into silence, but neither of them moved to turn off the radio. The quiet was its own kind of music now. "Hey," Emmeline said finally, breaking the comfortable silence. "Promise me something?" "What?" Kate asked, turning to look at her. "Don't stop being weird. Don't stop being you." Kate smiled, a full, genuine smile that reached her eyes. "Only if you promise not to run away next time." Emmeline nodded, her eyes glinting in the dim light. "Deal." Outside, the rain eased into a fine mist. Inside the car, two girls sat quietly, hearts racing, breath steady, and for once, the whole entire world felt small enough to hold in their hands. They didn't need to chase anything anymore. They'd already found it. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this moment with us. If this story touched your heart, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more stories like this one. We'll see you in the next one.